Hello again, my little mathematicians. All right, today we are continuing actually where we left off on our study guide. So we're going to start on problem 36 in the section that says represent the following situations with an integer. What is an integer? Does it include fractions or decimals? Remember, integers are only negative and positive whole numbers. So I need to look for keywords to indicate to me, is that representing a positive or negative number? So what's my keyword here? Ethan gained 7 pounds. Gained is probably my keyword. Do you think that's a positive or a negative? Yeah, it's that he gained means he added 7 pounds to his weight. Now, do we need to actually put a plus sign if it's talking about a positive number? No, I don't have to put a plus sign, so you can just leave it like that. Okay, the next one says Shia dove 30 feet into the ocean. So dove into the ocean, what do you think that is? A positive or negative 30? Yeah, hopefully you put a negative 30. Remember, you can always pause the video, try the problems yourself, and then unpause it and come back to check. Okay, now that you're back with us, let's see how you did. It says the temperature dropped 5 degrees. What do you think dropped is? What'd you put? Yeah, it was negative 5. And then Jocelyn biked 18 more miles. Did you put a positive or negative there? Hopefully you put a positive, 18 miles. Evelyn spent $25 on lunch. Is spent representing a positive or negative integer? Yeah, you're right. It's representing a negative integer because when you spend money, sadly leaves your wallet, doesn't it? Okay. The next section down here, we're going to use this coordinate plane or graph over here. It says plot and label the point A at 5, 3. So that first number is always talking about the x coordinate, which x moves right if it's positive or left if that first number is negative. And then the second number is representing the y coordinate. The y one moves up if that number is positive or down if that second number is negative. Okay, so 5 to the right and then 3 up would give me the point 5, 3. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right, and then 1, 2, 3 up, draw a dot, and I'm going to label that point A. Okay. The next one, 42, says label it -1, -4. So which direction should you move 1? Left 1, and then which direction 4? Yes, down 4. So hopefully you put point B right there. The next one says plot and label point C at -10, 0. Which direction should I go -10? Yes, remember it's right or left, and negative is left. So I'm going to go left 10, and then 0. What does that mean? Well, the second number is up or down, and it says 0, so I don't move up or down anything. That's right here, which is point C. Now, by the way, if they asked you which quadrant each of these points are in, what I do is, right here, let me draw that little coordinate plane. I draw a big giant C for coordinate plane, and then I just follow the C to label my quadrants. So here's the direction how you draw your C, right? So this is quadrant 1, this is 2, this is 3, and that's 4. So point A is in this square, which is quadrant 1. Point B is in this quadrant here, which is quadrant, 3. Which quadrant was point C in? Was it in 2 or 3? It's actually in neither of them, right? It's between it. So you're going to say it's on this line. What's that line called? The x-axis, just in case they throw a question like that out. Okay, the next one says, write the coordinate pair for point J. So point J, I want to say which direction right it went, and it went right 7. And then did it go up or down? It went down, so that's negative. And how many down did it go? It went down 2. So that coordinate point would be 7, -2. The next one, 45, says write the coordinate pair for point K. Remember, you can always pause it and try it yourself first. And now that you unpaused it and you're back with us, okay, it went left, so -6, and then up, how many? A +3. Write the coordinate pair for point L. Okay, point L is here. It went left 2 and down 6. So left 2 or -2 and down 6, so -6. Okay, this next one says reflect point H off of the y-axis and label it h prime. Okay, first off, which axis is the y-axis? Yeah, that's the up and down one, okay? So this line right here, I'm going to find point H and I'm going to reflect it over that line. So that basically means you just like flip it over it. Okay, you're reflecting it. It's like a mirror image. What I do is I count how far away is this point from this line. It's 1, 2 away. So keep going in the opposite direction, the same amount, 1, 2 away. And I don't want to label it just H because how can you tell the difference between them? This one is called an H prime. So I just put that little 1 up there in the corner, and that's prime notation. So this lets me know this is the image of that pre-image. Okay, and there we go. And then they probably want the coordinate point for that. This is -2, 5. Okay, the next one says reflect point K off the x-axis. The x-axis is the other one. That's the horizontal one that goes this way. And point K, if you find it, is right here. And again, you're going to reflect it this time over this line. Okay, so it's going to reflect that way. It's 1, 2, 3 away. So go 1, 2, 3 away in the opposite direction. Label it K prime. And it went left how many? Yep, 6. So -6. And down how many? Down 3. So -6, -3. The next one says, in which quadrant or axis is point M located? Okay, well, point M, it's not in any of the quadrants, right? It's on which line? Yeah, the y-axis. Perfect. If you tried 50 on your own, you probably were a little bit confused if you have the old packet that we didn't fix yet. Because you're like, okay, in which quadrant or axis is point F? And you can't find point F because it's not on here. Let's pretend that this paper said point J. Okay, so point J is right here. Which quadrant is that in? That's right here, which is this one, which is quadrant, you guessed it, 4. All right, my little mathematicians, hopefully you got all of these correct. If you didn't, go back through your notes and homework and try to find other similar problems to review like the ones that you missed. You're going to do amazing.